I'm really glad you're here with me today. Today I want to share with you a really fun drapery fold card, so I hope you'll join in with me. Here's the drapery fold card that we are going to make. So I'll lift it up and show it to you a little bit closer. So you take a piece of designer paper and lift it up, and you can see these really pretty folds here. Now this is a fantastic way to use up your designer papers. Okay, anyone watching along who likes to do a lot of paper crafting, would you call yourself a paper hoarder? I know many of us would, but this is a great way to use up a lot of designer papers, and I'm going to show you why here in just a second. So you'll need your card base, your greeting tags that you want to use, a piece of ribbon, and for this piece right here, you want to start with a piece of 6-inch by 12-inch designer series paper. I'm going to use this one that is absolutely beautiful with these gold accents from the Expressions and Ink paper pack, and you can find links to all the products I'm using in the video description below. So I want to mark, I'm going to turn this tall ways, hot dog style, and I want to measure 1 inch in from the edge. So I am going to make a little mark there, and then I'm going to do the same thing down here at the bottom away from the left edge. 1 inch mark right there. Now we are going to do our scoring next. The way I'm going to show this to you, you're actually going to end up with 2 of those drapery fold pieces that you can use on 2 separate cards. If you only want to do one, you'll want to cut your paper first and then score. But we will score first, this way we'll have 2 prepared. So we are going to score at 1 inch, 3 inches, 4 inches, 6, 7, 9, and 10. And real quick, I'm going to give a shout out to Karen. Karen is one of my team members, and she shared this idea with me. So thank you, Sharon, for inspiring today's video. Now let's bring in our trimmer, and we need to cut. And we need to cut from the top mark we made down to the bottom mark we made. So you may not be able to see the very bottom, but I am lining both of them up with the cutting track right here on the trimmer. So when the top line and the bottom line both line up, I will close the cutting arm here, cut all the way from top to bottom, and we can remove these from the trimmer. So I like to start with the smallest end, and that will be a top piece. So I'm going to fold that this direction. Now from there, I will fold at a zigzag. So back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until we have a piece that looks something like this. Now, it's good to use your bone folder to give this some nice sharp creases so that it lays flat. And I will do the same thing with this one. So what you'll notice is you end up with these 2 separate pieces. Now, depending on how you want to use them, you can get some drapery fold cards that go this direction, like my sample. If you want to flip them over, they can be laid this direction. You can use these in a few different ways, but as you can see, you end up with 2 different pieces here. And this one, there was one more fold that I missed. There we go. So you want to take that and grab your card base. The measure is 5.5 by 8.5. I embossed mine with the Tasteful Textile embossing folder, which I just love. I wanted a nice basic design for this. I didn't want to take away from this beautiful designer paper. So what I want to do here is I like to flip this whole thing over. I'm going to hold it and keep the folds in it and put my adhesive down this edge. And then I also like to put some adhesive. I don't start at the very top. I go down maybe 1/2 inch or a little more, and then put a strip of adhesive down this edge. And I want to attach this over here along the right edge with a little bit of the card base showing at the top. The reason I like to attach it this way is because I like to leave some of this hanging. Now you do want to use some good strong adhesive, but this way you can appreciate those folds. If you put adhesive all the way across the back of that and under these flaps, you may not get to appreciate the folding and the three-dimensional aspect of this. Now we want to open it up and trim off this excess here at the bottom. And next we'll take a piece of ribbon and attach it across the top of here. So it's up to you if you want to use regular adhesive or something like tear and tape. I really like the tear and tape because it's a little bit narrower than regular adhesive, and I know it's not going to come out from behind my ribbon that way. So put that on. I already have a piece of this pale papaya ribbon prepared. So we'll run that along the top, trim it off. And now attach the greeting tag. So I stamped this with the Tasteful Touches stamp set. I really like these pretty greetings in this set. I put some dimensionals on the back of my die cuts. We'll attach this, and our card is all done. So we'll just trim off the excess here. And there you go. We have two of these really pretty drapery fold cards. So imagine the differences you can get with these cards using different designer papers. But you can make, with one piece of 12 by 12 designer paper, you can make 4 of these cards. So think how many of these pretty cards you could make and use up a lot of those designer papers in your collection. So you can find links to the products I used, like I mentioned a little bit ago, in the video description below. You can find a link to my website for more ideas and inspiration. Thanks so much for joining in today. Please like, comment on this video, and share it. Subscribe while you're there. And I hope to see you again next time when I'll be back helping you to hand make with love.